Sales Promotions. This video is about transitioning from your current existing website developer to a new website developer. Now, I see this quite a lot. Recently, we've probably about 3 cases of people transitioning from their current web developer to us. It can be difficult. It can definitely be difficult because you're theoretically dealing with 3 relationships. You're dealing with the relationship between the client and the previous web developer, the relationship between us and the client, and then the relationship between us as the incumbent website developer and the previous web developer. So there's 3 relationships there. And generally, the reason you're changing website development company is that you are not happy with your existing website provider. Generally, the website development company that was working on your website previously doesn't want to let you go as a client, so there's conflict. For us, it's clear. It goes back to something that I said in previous videos, which is you have to have complete control over your website. If your web developer holds all the passwords, if your web developer holds all the, is hosting the website for you, owns the URL, is the only person who can log into the website, you forget it. You're already on such a back foot. I mean, you're in so much trouble. You don't even understand how much trouble you're in, realistically. That it's bad practice. We don't do it. We don't do it unless we're asked to do it. So if a client asks us to do it, but if the client wants to move, we're not gonna hold anything back from them. We're not gonna hold them hostage theoretically. Another one, pay your previous web developer. You have to pay for the work that you've agreed to do. So obviously, if you're in a situation where you had a bad interaction with the previous web developer and you're now refusing to pay that web developer, and he or she has all the controls over your website, what do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do? Like, what would you do? If it was a product that you were selling or a service that you were offering, what would you do? If you had control over someone's assets, which assets theoretically could be anything, could be bank account, could be website, it's an asset. If you had control over those assets and someone owed you money for work you had done, what would you do? We see it all the time. People cause absolute havoc. Really, it comes down to a fundamental mistake from not the website developer, the previous web developer, regardless of how they're interacting. It actually comes down to a mistake from the start, which is that the company who hired the previous web developer has not gotten control over the website to start off with. So they don't own the hosting, they don't own the website, they might not own the AdWords account, etc., etc. Completely snookered themselves. So if you're in that position and you feel like you've snookered yourself, good luck to you. It's a tricky situation. I suggest that you pay your previous web developer and fully resolve any issues that you might have with them in a manner that suits both parties. It's the easiest one. I mean, especially if you have a profitable company, like the carnage that can be caused and the damage that can be done to the brand, irreparable. So start off on the right foot, pay people, and then you won't end up in difficult situations, I hope. But if you do end up in a difficult situation, we're here to help you, but we don't enter into mazes of situations that are created by other web developers to make us look bad so they can win the business back. We'll be very clear in terms of how we feel like the transition should happen. This is something that we've learned through experience, I suppose. So it's a useful bit of information there for anyone. I hope. Maybe it's not useful. I think it was, hopefully.